This is us from the future.
The not too distant future. Well, post the release of episode 2.
Yes.
Future. And
just we wanted to say thank you for all the response, but also so that so many of you experienced that sort of thing.
Oh my god, yeah. First of all, sorry you went through that.
Yeah.
And second of all,
but you lived through it.
Woohoo! And I don't think we've fully even like addressed like on the podcast itself yet. Like even after we released the first episode, like the response we had, we were like, what the hell? Who are all these people that want to listen to us?
Yeah.
And it's been absolutely incredible. And anyone who reached out to us for the stories in episode 2 or anyone who reached out afterwards, thank you so much. Like I literally was like, I was shedding little tears.
Yeah, all the support. You don't understand how happy it makes us that you guys are listening as well. We didn't think this amount of people would listen. It's not that many, but
I literally it'll be like I'll listen to it. My mum will listen to it.
But even people we didn't think would listen to it, and they're messaging us like, "Thank you so much." Like,
it's crazy.
Yeah,
the fact that like it meant something to some of you is just wild to us because it is one of those things that we're just like, well, we are constantly having this conversation all the time, so why don't we just fucking record it and put it out there?
And we're happy it's relatable. Whoa. We've had that a few times.
I mean, I wish it wasn't relatable.
Oh, well, yeah,
it wasn't relatable, but it is.
Yeah, but we just wanted to come here just before this episode and just say thank you so much, and I hope you enjoy this episode too.
Mwah.
Mwah.
I'm Jordan, I'm 23, I'm based in London, and I am acting up.
My name is Megan, I am 23, I am based in London, and I am acting up.
Did you see what we did there?
Oh my gosh. Guys, we've got our fucking intro.
We thought of an introduction.
And to take us a while, do you want to say what the intro is? What it means?
It's like an ident in a self-tape. Get it? Because episode 1,
we messed up.
We forgot to say our names or something like that. Episode 2,
we messed up
again.
To say the name of the podcast. We were literally, we started episode 2 like, okay, we're gonna do it properly this time.
Yeah, we
forgot.
Then
we forgot.
So we feel like this is gonna be our little intro. It comes from in the first episode when we were talking about ourselves. We said something along those lines, and a friend of ours was like, haha, funny how you sound like you're doing an ident. So that's what we're going to do. Because it's appropriate.
That would make sense.
We're acting up.
Yep.
But are we actors?
That's what we're going to go into.
Yeah,
today's episode.
That
was a good little start.
Have we got anything?
What should we talk about?
Well,
we're going to start. How's your auditions going?
No auditions.
Same. Guys, one day in these episodes we'll be like, guys, we'll
have to cancel the podcast because one of us will just make it too big.
It doesn't matter.
This is meant to be a down to earth
You're
podcast.
telling me if you got really big, you would abandon me? Is that what you just said?
Absolutely not. No.
I feel like you just
We'd start making money off of this.
No.
Money.
We would think of a way of like FaceTiming, you know, how
I have something really important to say.
Okay.
We're in my bed this time.
Oh. Maybe I'll have the tea coming out of my nose this time.
I made you a tea.
Oh, well.
I do have oat milk though.
They don't fucking know that.
Yeah, so do.
So you could have just gone along with it. Like an actor.
We had McDonald's for dinner.
It was very yummy.
And
fun. I'm still annoyed that I can't have a double McPlant.
Yeah,
I'll have it in January. They just
any,
forget about the vegans.
Any life updates? Anything you want to say to the people?
I got a new tattoo.
She did. It's gorgeous.
It's a weeping angel.
Do you want to plug the tattoo artist?
It is Holly.
Okay. But bosh, done. Everyone knows who that is.
Wait. Let me get her Instagram up because I actually...
I'll describe. It is like a beautiful fallen angel on his knees with his gorgeous wings spread behind him, his head crying to the ground. He's crying. He's so sad.
It is Tattoos by Holly.
By who?
Tattoos by Holly on Instagram. She's done a fair few of my tattoos now. She's based in Leicester. She's fabulous. So
and she better be listening to the podcast because we plugged her.
I did actually meant to talk about our podcast because she was asking me because I've not seen her for like over a year from my last tattoo.
I love having a chat with tattoo artists. Yeah, Megan and I both have tattoos. Yeah. And so if you think that actors shouldn't have tattoos,
they shouldn't because we're not getting booked.
To be fair, everyone's like, actors shouldn't get tattoos. All the auditions I ever get are like edgy girl, edgy emo
But also
girl.
they're so easy to cover up. I've literally got like a professional like foundation thing for tattoos. And if I ever have an audition where I have to like have my arms out,
guys, in this day and age, it's
not hard.
If someone wants you, they want you.
Fucking
but
actors
no one
nowadays.
Wants us.
But maybe one day. Maybe one. But so many actors nowadays have loads of tattoos.
Yeah, it's just you have to balance out the.
Just obviously don't get one on your face or your neck.
But then you'll book jobs where people are like, I want heavily tattooed face and neck. You
Unless,
might not be getting characters that are very friendly to people with tattoos.
Yeah, which is such a bad stereotype, isn't it? It's like if you've got tattoos, it's like scary. Stranger danger, stranger danger. Yeah. Oh, I watched How to Have Sex.
Did you learn anything?
You know what? I related to the character so much.
Really? I haven't watched it, so unfortunately I can't.
Not in spoiling it, but it's like
she's
young, she's got the pressure of GCSEs. I didn't do good at my GCSEs.
We've been over this.
The pressure of being a virgin and stuff like that. And then her other experiences when I was like, oh, I relate to this bitch so much.
Okay, well, I'm definitely going to watch it now.
It's very, very good. And the acting's incredible.
Just want to let you all know. I mean, obviously everyone listening to this knows us, apart from not anymore because this is our 3rd episode. Megan and I tell each other everything.
I'm sure all you girlies.
Everything. If you're listening to this podcast wondering, are these two really friends? Megan knows me inside out, back to front. She's seen me inside out, back to front.
If you go to, I mean, I don't know about other uni places, they're probably the same. I don't actually know. Because I remember speaking to one of my friends and she went to a normal uni and she went, oh, we didn't have that much graphic detail. I was like, oh no.
Oh my God, we used to have
changing rooms.
We used to have Monday Morning Debrief. When we had, there was a year where we had a free on a Monday morning and we all would have been off doing God knows what on the weekends. Monday morning in the rec room, sat down. Who's done what? Yep. Where, with who,
and it's not
everything.
Even, but like it's not even like just where. It's like, okay, so what time did this occur?
It was a play by play. Like you could take it to court.
Yeah.
All of it.
I know what position.
Not take it to court because no one committed a crime.
No one committed a crime.
Like, the time
unless it was sexy, then you're getting arrested. Am I right?
Jesus
guys,
Christ.
I have the dad jokes because I don't have one, so I have to like bring it up.
Wait, was that a dad joke? How was that a dad joke?
You tell me, Dad. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm Megan's dad now. I'm Megan's dad.
Daddy, do I look? Sorry, that was a vine.
We couldn't be your dad. We look so different.
I don't look anything like my mum.
I look exactly like my mum.
I've got my mum's nose.
My mum just pumps out little clones.
Boom, boom, boom.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Yeah.
She does not got like 100 kids.
No. After my mum had my little sister, who was like an actual demon child, I told her that there was a 1 in, 1 out policy. So if she had another one, she'd never see me again. And then if she had another one after that, I'd take Lincoln with me. Lincoln's my brother. Hi, Lincoln. Lincoln won't be listening to this.
He won't.
Lincoln's 15, nearly 16. I conducted a little experiment the other day to see if my brother would snitch on me, and when I tell you it took 0.2 seconds for my brother to snitch on me. Snake. Yeah.
So in this little episode, we're going to be talking about us.
This is just a chatty one. We haven't really done a plan for this one.
No, and I think it's nice. I think because the last one was a bit... Not a bit. It was
intense. It was very structured. We had our own jobs.
In the best way possible, obviously. It needed to be spoken about. So this one we're going to speak about.
And honestly, in literally like the 1 week since we recorded the last one, so much other stuff has come out. Like so many other articles, so many other discussions. There are things constantly going on. This is such an ongoing discussion, which is really, really good. And
you know what?
Keep it going,
One
guys.
episode we should be doing, and I did listen to Bingetopia. That's another podcast.
Yeah, shout out to Bingetopia. I feel like big inspo to us.
Yeah, no, 100%.
If you like listening to us, you'll probably like listening to Bingetopia. But I feel like at the moment, they're a lot more put together.
Yeah, so maybe you like them a bit more than us. But they're speaking about child labour, but then also child labour in performing.
Yes, we're going to definitely do an episode on children in theatre.
I was listening to it, I was like, 100%.
I know a few people who were in like big shows as children. I've got a chaperone's licence.
Have you?
Yeah.
Damn.
I know.
That's crazy.
Anyway, so...
She will not teach your kids.
Yeah, so enhanced DBS and chaperone's licence. Anyway... Today is going to be a chatty one, just about our actual careers as actors,
graduating,
the work we've done since graduating.
If you care. If not, if you just want something on the background, little background noise, we
Wash
can do that for you.
those dishes, bitch.
If you're a female, do it. You belong in the kitchen.
Once again, just like to remind you all that
we're feminist.
We are. And that's why
you don't belong in the kitchen. Get out of there.
Just like to
Get out of there.
Megan, this is a studio flat. We're always in the kitchen.
Fuck, it's everywhere. It's my worst nightmare. Sorry.
So yeah, we're just going to talk about a little bit about what work have we done, what work haven't
What
we done.
have we done?
Yeah. It's
No,
gonna be
guys,
quick.
we have actually done a few bits.
Yeah, we have. I mean, and obviously, I think it's a bit. I do think about this a lot. That obviously, our whole gag with this podcast is like, this isn't how to be an actor because we can't tell you. But actually, both of us have been very lucky to have done some very
paid.
cool things.
So that makes us
we have been paid to do
professionals.
things we love. So, oh my god, it does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I find it really funny when people are like, oh, so like, what do you do? And depending on the person, if it's someone I'm going to meet once, obviously I just say, oh, I'm an actor and a model. I'm not going to tell them, oh, I work in a shop. With nothing wrong with working in a shop.
There's nothing wrong.
It's just so unfulfilling for me.
No, what would you want to be doing?
Yeah, I have so much to offer the world that's not being utilised right now.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, so I like to like drop the good stuff. I'll be like, oh, I'm an actor and a model, and I do a few other little jobs. I teach dance. I do this, blah 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 blah, whatever. And whenever you tell someone you're an actor, they go, oh, so what are you in?
You're like,
Or they go, oh, what are you doing now?
Oh, why?
And it's like,
Would you do EastEnders? I'm like, it's not
God,
that
always
fucking
EastEnders.
simple.
It's always
yeah.
EastEnders, isn't it? And honestly, at this point, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Are you fucking
I'll
joking?
do anything.
I do fucking anything.
They just make it out like when they're not in like the acting world and stuff like that, they don't understand that like
It's not a full-time job.
But why aren't you in this?
It is not a full-time job. When you're in something, it is.
Fiona, if I don't know why I've called her Fiona. Fiona, if I wanted to be in fucking EastEnders, I'd love to be in EastEnders, but I'm not.
EastEnders are not on the phone. EastEnders are not hitting me up.
They don't know my name, Fiona. All right,
Guys,
get back to your swamp.
Guys, I think we're both getting a bit delusional because it is currently to the date today. Oh my god, the date today is Monday the 20th of November. Is my bestie Emma's birthday, so happy birthday to Emma, even though we won't release this until
Hopefully
way
these will
after.
be released soon.
But yeah, basically it's the 20th of November, so at this point in the year, unless you're in a panto, fuck all's going on because everyone's waiting until the new year to start their project. So we're going stir crazy because neither of us have had any auditions or castings or anything. We're just hanging out,
twiddling our thumbs, doing podcasts instead. And it's like
not
I said,
instead, as we said, when we are extremely successful, we'll still do the podcast.
100%. We spent money on this. So
and we're about to spend more money on this.
We're gonna try and get some guests on this bad boy.
Yeah.
So Jordan, what have you been up to since you graduated, babes?
So, as I mentioned in the last one, I was very, very lucky that I had a job lined up straight out of college.
She is a Nepo baby, everybody. She said it here first. Well, she said it on the podcast.
Booked a role in a pantomime before I had even graduated. It was like one of my mum's old school friends was playing the villain. And I had basically seen through my mum's Facebook because let me tell you, my mum's Facebook is a fan page for me.
As it should be.
I love it. But like she always posts screenshots of the things I post on my Instagram, but like she doesn't crop it. So it's just a full screenshot of my Instagram post with like Megan's comment at the bottom.
I don't think my mum even knows how to screenshot. Bless her.
Sorry, I just coughed right into my
She doesn't know how to do anything on Facebook.
We're getting her on the pod. I think it'd be so funny.
She would not do that. I'm saying this here now. Sorry, guys. Julie will never be on this podcast. Yeah. She would not do it. She would sit here and she would be like, yeah, because she can be shy. Aww. Bless her. Anyway, carry on. About your mum.
So yeah,
Number one
this
fan.
lady that my mum went to school with, and I don't really think they'd had like much contact since, but she had seen through my mum's Facebook post I had gone to drama school. Nearly said it again. They're in the walls.
I've not edited yet, but when I do, I'm gonna have to do bleep bleep bleep.
No, you're not. I've been good so far. And basically through that I was invited to audition for this pantomime. It was in Tenterden in Kent. It was Dick Whittington and I played
the
Alice.
Dick. Sorry, what?
I played the Dick. And let me just say,
I find myself way too
was
funny.
Perfect timing because I was fresh out of studying musical theatre.
Yeah.
So it was still in my bones. It was still in my blood.
My bones.
I was feeling confident with it. And let me tell you, oh my God, some of the most fun I've ever had in my life.
That's good.
Doing pantomime is so funny.
I did it when I was like really young. I was like one of the little kid dancers.
I did it when I was like 15.
It's just so fun.
Yeah, and I've like never actually been to watch a panto.
Because there's a hype for Christmas. You hadn't?
No, like my family never really did that. Like I had only been in one when I was 15 as a dancer, which was so much fun.
No.
And then
I went to a few.
Yeah, and then she's taking her socks off.
I have, my toes are out.
Sorry, I just saw some socks fly across the room. Whoa.
My feet were getting a bit too warm.
But yeah, and the people that I did it with, there were 6 like adult main cast. I got on with each and every one of them so well, and there was such a mix of ages and different people, and I just honestly had the most fun, just had the best time. And
that's good.
It was so incredible because it was the first time in my life where it's like I was being paid to do it. I wasn't
this is my job
to do it.
Yeah,
it was my job. And I got so ill for like a week of it, like the illest I've ever been in my life. Just carried on, and it was still the best time. And anyone who I did panto with, if you're listening, which I hope you are, because, you know, acting up.
And if you're not, shove it up your bum.
Oh. But yeah, it was so good. And that was the last musical theatre job that I have actually done. Because after that, I couldn't afford to go to all these dance classes in London and, you know, singing lessons. I still do singing lessons, but not as frequently. And I just kind of lost a bit of confidence in my musical theatre ability. But at the same time, fell very in love with doing TV and film stuff. So I kind of ended up in a little sweet spot where actually pretty much all of my auditions now are TV and film. But like if something musical theatre came up, I'd probably do it.
But it's like we've said this on one of the, I can't remember, it was episode 1 or 2.
Yeah, so you got a 50-50 chance. You could just take a guess. We've only recorded 2.
But when we graduated, we didn't have agents.
Yeah.
Again, the pressure of having an agent.
Also,
it's fine.
I didn't have an agent. Me and Megan are signed to the same agency.
Yeah.
I didn't have an agent until Megan said to her agent, "Hey, my friend sent you an email."
Because like our agents are good. They've got me a fair few bits, and they've been big bits as well. But I've just not booked them.
Yeah, one mood. But no, we have very lovely agents, and it's very nice to be signed to the same people. I think.
Yeah.
I often wonder when we send them self tapes if they're like, "Oh, Jordan's at Megan's house this weekend," or "Oh, is that Megan reading in the lines for Jordan?"
They probably don't.
Maybe they do. What if they're listening?
Hello.
Hi.
Thank you for having us.
I know, right? Sorry, we don't book as many jobs as we'd like.
But you've booked a few things. You booked more than me, gal.
I've booked 2 things through the agency. So the panto, I was unsigned.
No, but
I just got that myself.
The short film, you did the. Oh yeah, you've been at 2.
We'll get there. Do you wanna tell a little tale?
When I graduated, I didn't go to any pantos. I had no agent. I thought, what am I going to do with my life? Despair. It took me a while to get an agent because I didn't have enough footage.
Yes, I feel like we Also, I think a really important thing to mention, not that I'm making excuses about us not having an agent, but we basically didn't have an agent showcase. Yeah. Every drama school, you have an agent showcase.
And that actually wasn't COVID. On our uni. It was, COVID.
I kind of think it was.
It wasn't, yeah.
We had an online agent showcase, which you just don't know if people are actually tuning in. But also, I don't know about you. I was in 5 seconds of the footage that was filmed.
And we did 2 things at the very start, but it wasn't filmed properly because the mics are really bad.
Yeah.
But the last ones they did the mics were good.
And there was no acting in our showcase.
No,
which is what we wanted to showcase.
So then I had to pay to get a show reel, and I think I paid 400 quid for that.
I mean, that's standard,
and it was like a minute. And all I'm saying is,
if it books you jobs, it's worth it.
No, but I don't think so at the end of the day. Sometimes, no. I think 400 quid is a lot of fucking money for what I paid for. I think you can always email in to universities showing your just doing a self-tape.
And I was very lucky that I was holding off on getting an acting role because I needed one, because I
Yeah.
felt like I wasn't getting the auditions that I wanted to be getting.
Yeah.
But I could not afford the £400 to get an acting reel, and I was getting
There's also
so close.
There's also a thing. They're on Instagram at Run It Shouting.
Yes,
And
workshops.
I did a few of those, and just to get some footage, like it's a really good experience because you actually get casting directors in as well.
So Run At It Shouting is basically a company you can book workshops with, and what they are is they get in amazing casting directors from all kind of things. Like I did a workshop with an amazing woman who cast The Witcher, which like get me on that now.
Yeah.
And basically what they do is they send you audition sides that you have to learn a few days before.
Yeah.
And then you come in and you sit in front of a camera and you do sides. So you read on screen and someone else reads for you off screen, and then the casting director gives you feedback, you do it again, and at the end you do a big Q&A. And you get the footage and you don't have to pay any extra.
And it's really good footage. You got a good background and everything like that.
Very good value for money. And
I think
you
it's what,
get out
40 or 45.
I think it's 40. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not too crazy for like what you're paying for.
So
a
to
really
be
good
honest,
experience.
that's at the moment the only acting footage that I have on my spotlight is from those, because I obviously have the short film that I just mentioned. I have also done another short film which isn't out yet, so I don't even know if I can really talk about it, but it's very exciting.
I'm really excited.
Very, very, very cool, and
I'm very jelly
hearing about it.
Jelly.
Yeah, it's so I'm waiting to have that, because I don't want to make an acting reel out of only one thing.
It's just
because then I might as well post the whole fucking short film.
But it's also so crazy how long it takes, because obviously you're like, oh yeah, it's long, but then you're like, oh no, I didn't realize it was that.
Oh my god, it takes so
long.
much time.
Yeah.
So much.
Like I'm still
time.
waiting for the film I did in April.
Would you like to talk a bit more about?
Yeah, that's why I brought it up.
So did you say she didn't say short film? She said film.
It was actually in October of last year when I had the recall. I did my audition August last year. I didn't hear back, so I was like,
literally, if I don't hear back within like a week, I'm like, didn't book.
On to the next year. Yeah. Like it's rare you hear back. And if you do get feedback, that's really nice, but it's very, very, very rare.
You never get feedback.
No.
And if you ask for it,
they'll probably ignore you.
Yeah.
They don't have the time to do it, and it's
I don't blame casting directors.
Yeah, no.
I completely understand.
Yeah.
But like if you give me a recall and in the recall you're like, oh my god, Jordan, you're absolutely perfect. This is exactly what we envisioned. Oh my god, you're so amazing. Oh my god, yes. And then you don't book me for the job. You're like, what? Don't give me any feedback. I'm like, what more can I do? You know I'm sensitive. Anyway.
And yeah, then I had the recall in October. And I remember during the recall, I did one of the scenes with one of the guys, and then Jade, who's Oscar's wife, Oscar's the director, was like, "Oh, if you could just like stay behind, because we might want you to do it with the two of the guys." And I was like, "Oh, I mean to try the other ones. That's fine by me. I can stay around." And then they were like, "Oh yeah, so if you're ready to come." So then I did the screen testing with the two of the guys. And I remember when I was waiting for...
She had a love interest.
Yeah. And when I was waiting for the third guy to come, we were just talking, and we were talking about my vegan page on Instagram.
Plantford.
And I was like, I was just saying how I made like a really nice vegan cheesecake. And Jade was like, sorry, I just outed Jade just there. Sorry, Jade. She was like, oh, you should bring it on set. And I was like, oh.
On
I
set,
should bring
you
on
say?
set. What are you trying to say?
I'll
be coming.
Huh?
And then literally the next day I found out. I remember my agent ringing me and they're like, Megan, you booked. I went, ah!
Yeah.
Oscar rang me, and like the confidence when I was speaking to Oscar as well. It's like, you've literally trusted me to take on this role.
Yeah, that is the best feeling in the world. I think when I feel like both of the jobs that I've booked, like the acting jobs, I felt like I knew from the beginning.
Yeah.
I was like, this is for me. Like, this is for me. No one else can do this better. With the student film I did, I actually auditioned for a different character. And then,
you did?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
I auditioned for like the bitchy lesbian love interest who's kind of the enemy by the end. And then almost instantly, they were like, actually, can we see Jordan for the lead of Addison? Which I was like, oh my god, yeah, of course. Yeah. Like, that's great. And I was like, that's hilarious because...
No.
Yeah, no thanks. But I was like, in my head, I was like, oh my god, that's hilarious because her story aligns so much more with mine. So it's funny that they've seen
relate
me
to the characters
and they've thought of that. It comes across. Yeah. And what I also didn't realize until afterwards was they sent like a slideshow with their like whole plans for the short film, and the costume designer had drawn what she imagined the character to look like. And it was me.
Really?
It was me. The same haircut, the same brown roots growing up the bleach, literally down to that.
I was
like,
red.
The same style as me. And then I found out a bit afterwards that her whole fashion sense was based off of Nana Osaki from Nana, which is mine and Megan's like favorite manga anime. Yeah,
it didn't used to be mine, but now Jordan's got me into the fashion.
And I literally, she is my main influence in my fashion sense. So I literally was like,
literally when I read that manga, when I looked at you and I was like,
you can see it. Yeah. This is why she dresses like that. And it's
like, you dress sexy, it's fine.
Yeah, like I found out afterwards there were all of these things that I was like, oh my God, I can totally see how when they met me, they were like, oh my God, here she is.
Well, it's like when we were doing like the backstory of our characters, I was like kind of putting some of my own personal experiences into it.
I feel like you have to. I think that's how you're a good actor.
But that was just so nice as also having that time to work with Matt, who played my love interest. And then just love interest. And like opening up to him, like I couldn't have asked for anyone better to act alongside as well. Yeah, he was just amazing. And
you haven't said any of these people's last names, by the way.
Oh,
so you haven't really
probably plugged them. Give them credit. If you wanted to look up Oscar, he is ojproductions.co.uk on Instagram. Matt is hardly on Instagram, so he can get over it. I'll plug him in the next one if he says anything.
Just watch the film. Just watch the film, and they're all in the credits
whenever it bloody comes out. But everyone on that team was absolutely amazing. Mm-hmm. Joshy, love him so much. Just everyone. Like my first experience of being on a set and having it all be them. Mm-hmm. Like it was the best week of my entire life, and I'll say that. Like I even had to like run into the ocean early in the morning. It was freezing.
In her panties.
But I would do it again. I nearly fainted when I was coming out.
And you sang on the soundtrack.
I do. I'm on the soundtrack. Whoa. And then I did the short film again. That was really
a student film, right?
Yeah. Where it was just like I played the sister, and then it was my brother and sister.
Are you okay?
I played the sister and he was my brother.
Yep, that's how it works.
It was their relationship when their parents had died, and they wasn't really in contact. And I think it's been edited because recently, like on some of the people that I followed from the crew, were doing like the ceremony of the end of their year, and I was like, okay, so was it edited now?
I would get our agent to send a message being like, hey. That was good. Guys, Megan's a soprano and I'm a mezzo. That
was really beautiful. We both did it. We looked at each other like, did you hear that?
Girl.
That was so good. Wait. I think this is a round of applause.
Fingers crossed. Wait, what if it's a like
that's
funky
just silent,
one? Guys, we worked out in a little break between us chatting that we have buttons on our little soundboard that make
sounds. And I was like, what?
Can I press another one? Will this ruin it? I hope.
I don't know what it's... that was a bit longer, that one.
Maybe that was a funky one. Anyway, back to it. I think we're both very lucky in that all of the jobs we've done professionally, we actually have had good
because I was speaking to
really good
one of the other girls on the set, and she was saying she was on a set once and it had like a kind of a bigger named actor on it, and he was just saying very inappropriate things to her and making her feel uncomfortable. And she was like, I just had to sit there because he has a bigger name than me. So yeah, which is just unfortunate. It's like you don't want to be in a position where you just have to sit back while someone's just pointing out your boobs and stuff like that. Yeah,
I wish someone would point out my boobs. I'm kidding.
Boobies. There you go. Boobies. Oh my god. No, I was just gonna say, from our voices, who do you think's got big boobies?
Oh my god.
Or height? How high do you?
Oh my god, yeah. Drop in the comments.
How high do you think we are?
We're not. Drop in the comments what you think our height and bra size is, and whoever gets it right wins a prize. Gets motivated. That means their boobs get motivated. What if it? What? Okay. Anyway, moving on. Have we got anything else to talk about? I've done some dance jobs. I've done some podium dancing.
Okay.
At clubs.
Shit, yeah, you have.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've done that, which I got through a friend of mine, which he was just like, hey, do you want to put on this skimpy little outfit and shake some ass?
Like,
and I was
if
like,
I'm getting paid,
because the pay is good. And I accidentally ended up once dancing at a mega celebrity birthday party. Yeah. That was insane. I didn't even know what I was doing until I showed up. And it's hilarious because, like, obviously I've mentioned I have quite a tormented relationship with dance at the moment, but I've ended up actually doing some pretty cool stuff.
I've not danced since graduating.
Yeah, fair.
But that's okay. Yeah.
Have we?
Sorry, I paused it because I thought we were going to talk. I was just chatting. Jordan was in the moment. I was looking at her like, why are you speaking
so
into
fucking done?
Whoa! So guys, this is the end of the podcast now.
Have we? We've quit already. Good run. They do say never work with your friends.
We're not friends.
Perfect.
We're best friends.
Ah! Didn't you refuse to say I love you too at the end of the first episode?
I just said I can't open it.
Anyway,
like that.
Have we covered all of our bases?
God,
You've done a film and a short film.
That's all I've done.
Don't say it like that.
I've done
a panto, 2 short films, some rando dance jobs, and a bit of modelling.
And that's in 2 years of graduating. I think that's pretty good.
I'm relatively pleased.
I think as
well,
years.
just to be clear. Sorry, do you have something to say?
No, I was thinking, has it been more than 2 years? No,
let's not talk about it because it'll freak me out.
Okay.
But let me just say, if you are listening to this and you're like, oh my God, these bitches' whole gag is we're struggling actors.
Yeah.
And you're thinking, but I haven't done the things they've done and I haven't got an agent. Your time will come. Everyone hasn't got an agent until they have. Everyone hasn't booked their first job until they have. There's no moment where you suddenly become an actor. There's no moment where you have enough credits to call yourself an actor. If you are training in acting, if you are trying, you're an actor.
But it's also, you could be on the West End. You could be doing all these amazing things. Once that contract's done, you're back to
Tesco.
Yeah. Tesco's, being a cafe manager.
I've never worked at Tesco.
No.
Neither has Megan. But.
We're just giving examples. But it's the industry where you could be on a high. Once that contract's done and you've not got another contract, you're back to your life again.
Yeah, the life of an actor is very up and down and up and down.
But you know what you get yourself into as well. So
yeah, we've said it before as well. You will literally be having the best week of your life on a set.
Oh yeah,
best day of your life on a set, and then the next day you'll be behind. No,
when I was back at work, I was like.
That was when
It's like a reality check.
After I did London Fashion Week.
Okay, just casually brought that in.
After I did London Fashion Week, literally the next day, I was working at the job which I would classify as the worst job of my life. That was awful. Literally being abused by people. And you have in your head, and I've had it as well, where I've been on a film set and then the next day been being abused behind a till. And you have that thing in your head where you're like, no one here knows that I'm actually just been in a film. No one here knows that I was just on the runway. Oh, they wouldn't make people treat you any better, because when you're stood behind a till, people see you as a lump of shit.
Oh, no, they do. It's 100%. Like,
and most of the time when I am stood behind the till, I look like a lump of shit. Because let me tell you now,
unless I'm
on a film set or a modelling job where I basically am being paid to do my makeup,
will see
I'm not
us
doing my makeup for a shit day job.
When we start recording, you'll see. You'll see the mess.
You'll see. But also we scrub up well nice.
Yeah. Sometimes I do. You know what? Yesterday
looked at me like, oh.
No, you do. But yesterday I put makeup on. I was like,
who is she?
No, not even that. I was like, oh, I've tried.
Shut up.
You know what I mean? One day, look, guys, my confidence not at peak right now, but maybe next month.
It just happens like that. But yeah, like I said, I don't think there's ever a point in time where you're like, yeah, I've done enough. You know what I mean? And please don't think that we're taking the jobs we've done for granted by making our whole gag like, we're struggling. Like,
I don't think we can make it so clear how grateful we are that we have done these. Like, I will be grateful until my dying day.
I think the amazing thing with film, having studied musical theatre, is that when you do musical theatre, I think part of the beauty of it when you do anything on stage is you get on stage, you do it, and if the audience claps, you're like, I did a good job. Like, people enjoyed this. I entertained them.
You know what?
When you do film, you have something to go back to.
Yeah. I'm so excited for the future if I do, and I hope I do. is to do a stage production.
Oh, I really want to do some stage.
Applaud
the stage. Oh, it's like fucking heroin. I've never done heroin, but I imagine.
Even when they stand as well, you're like, that's for me. That's for my performance I just did.
Every time in our 3rd year musical, the good one, my favourite one.
Oh yeah.
Every time.
It's just
every time at the
straight
end,
off which one.
I'd cry. I would cry at the end of all of them. Especially because I'm sure I can say what musical we did. We did Legally Blonde, right?
Yeah.
In our 3rd year. We were
if not, I can bleep
not far from graduating. And obviously at the end of Legally Blonde, the final scene is a graduation.
Yeah.
And honestly, that final scene was better than the real graduation that we got.
What we had to fight for.
And we wore the same clapping gowns because they came from the costume department.
You know what? We saved money doing that.
I don't care. I do not care. I don't want to fucking rent them. But because the end of that scene every time was a graduation scene and we were so close to graduating and you're on this massive high from doing a show and the audience clapping, bitch, I was crying. Bitch, I shed tears.
All the emotions were coming out.
Yeah.
Oh, to do a stage production again.
Maybe we just have, when we have fuck tons of money from making an amazing podcast, we'll produce our own stage show. We're gonna go.
It
on
would
tour.
just be us sitting down and just doing this, and in the end, everyone will applaud because it's over, not because of our performance.
The reviews will be terrible, but hey, any press.
Exactly.
I'll tell you, if I'm in a review one day,
thank you.
Amazing. They're like, this bitch can't act. I'm like, you're talking about me.
You know what? I was listening to Bingetopia. I know we've already mentioned
Shout out
them.
Bingetopia again.
They were on, I think, the New York Times or something like that.
Imagine we're in the New York Times.
I know. I'm the Times. I'm in the Sun.
Although
I'm in OK Magazine.
We're in Hello.
We're at the front. Enemies.
Oh my god, we're gonna end up on the page where they like rate bikini bitches.
Yeah, and like, have these guys put on weight? And it's like, why would you do that?
No. Oh my god.
I hope.
But do you know what? I do think it's funny. I have always been saying like I will never do reality TV. I'm an actor. I do not want to be myself in the public eye. And look at us now.
Well, are we being ourselves?
I think we're being chronically ourselves.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah.
Like I said when we record ourselves. Oh my gosh.
Anyway, I think that's.
Yeah, I think.
That's it.
That's it. I mean, it's a short, sweet episode because there's not much we can say.
We'll keep you updated, guys. So far, no auditions, no jobs booked,
and that's fine.
It's a quiet time of year.
Exactly. But thank you so much for listening.
Our time will come. Your time will come.
We love you all.
We do. We think maybe
not met you, but if you're listening and you've listened to this whole episode
and all the other whole episodes,
I think I do kind of love you a little bit.
Yep, definitely.
I've just said it. I can't even say to Jordan. I've just said it to you.
Awesome, great, thank you so much. Anyway, we love you all. Thank you very much for listening. You've been listening to Acting Up with Megan Odson.
Wait, should we try and harmonise Acting Up? 3, 2, 1.
Acting Up. The same note. Never mind. That still counts. That's a win in my books. Anyway, you've been listening to Acting Up with Megan Alderson and Jordan Skidmore.
Goodbye.
We don't have social medias yet. We're gonna do an ending for this. We love you. Bye.
Goodbye.
Thank you so much for listening to Acting Up with Megan Alderson and Jordan Skidmore. You can find us on all your favourite social medias. We are at Acting Up the Podcast. That's on Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, Twitter, X, whatever you call it. And you can find us personally on Instagram as at jordan.skids and at Megan_Alderson_. That's Alderson that starts with an A. Big shout out to the wonderful Jules who did our artwork, which we are obsessed with. You can find Jules on Instagram as at those_who.try. Thank you so much. We'll see you next week.